So the 24-hour animation challenge started last Friday. At 5 p.m., all of the teams from across the country were given a secret theme, which they had to draw from, produce a concept, and produce a 30-second animated spot in 24 hours. The contest is put on by Aubry Mintz down at California State, Long Beach, but all of the judges are industry professionals, directors, animators, studio executives.
It was 24 hours of start to finish animation.
It was a lot of fun. It was very collaborative.
I was a little intimidated going into it at first because it seemed very daunting to pull something like that off in only one day. We had some freshmen participate this year, which was really cool. And
we didn't know what we were doing, but we kind of knew where we wanted to go, so it was just a lot of trial and error. And then we would animate something and it would move, and it was amazing because we hadn't done that before.
And you show up, it's kind of like, alright, let's see what we can do, I guess. But then once the story's nailed down, when you see a storyboard in front of you, we're doing this in 24 hours. Like, this is happening.
There's a lot of collaboration, lots of working together as a group to create a great story.
And then as soon as we got an idea, it was time to shoot reference, and that was go time.
So even on the storyboards, like I'd draw the storyboards, but I put them on the wall and everyone would give input on that. We'd all give input on the character designs and the environment design. I feel like everybody had some input on every single step of the process.
Once you know what you're doing, then it's just trying to get into a routine of finishing it.
The cool thing was when it all came together, because we didn't know if we could actually finish, but when we did, it was amazing.
I learned a new way to process animation that I never knew about before.
And at the end of the day, literally at the end of the day, out of that, you got to look back and see what you could accomplish in 24 hours. This process really shows you when put in a corner what you can do.
Yeah, I learned a lot about like After Effects and editing. You know, constraints to your project can lead to better stories if you just cut out things you don't need.
There's no better insight into what it's going to be like than this. You know, this is exactly what you're going to be doing. You know, in your specific field, it doesn't matter if you're biz dev or animation, traditional 2D, 3D, it just doesn't matter.
I felt like I took away a lot of confidence in the fact that like I can do a lot more than I thought I could.
You learn so much and you get so much experience and you get so much confidence, and it's just so much fun.
It felt really good once we had a final product and be like, you know, this is what we did with 24 hours. And then it kind of puts your other work into perspective, like, you know, and if I really push, I can get a lot done.
Well, the BFA, the graduating class, is what won it. So I think San Jose State is strong. We got first place, and then we had a lot of people in the top 10. Even though we had so many groups do it this year, I'd love for more to do it next year.
Amazingly, most of the teams finished, and San Jose State took first place, fifth place, and got an honorable mention. Congratulations to all the teams that participated, and especially for the ones who represented San Jose State and brought home the gold.
Should I just sing a quote or something?